Thanks for coming, Amy.
Sure, sure.
We just thought we'd start today by talking a little bit about your history as a professional dancer. You're a dance professional and an instructor. I know that you've been on Good Morning America and Late Night with awesome. David Letterman. So can you tell us a little bit about your history as a dancer?
Sure. I grew up dancing in neighborhood dance studio that, you know, we all get signed up for dance lessons when we're a kid.
Except for me.
and me. So, and then I just kept with it, and I really enjoyed it. And then I went to college. I went to Kutztown University, and I had a related arts degree. I got a related arts degree in dance, theater, and music. So we did a lot of production and choreography and costuming. So I got the whole gamut of shows. I also learned about ideokinesis and kinesiology for a dancer, which is basically movement-based things, and anatomy, and that really interested me as well. So after college, I went and studied the Feldenkrais method, which is a body therapy, and then while I was doing that, I went to the city and I said, you know what, I moved to New York, and I said, I'm gonna find a job where I'm dancing, I don't care. And I kind of fell into the ballroom and Latin thing. I saw an ad for a Fred Astaire, and they said, we'll train you. And I said, that's great, I'm trainable. And I went, and they trained me, and I started teaching, and I really enjoyed it. And because I had a prior dance background, it was easy for me to pick up all the different dances. And then after starting there, I started competing on the American Rhythm Circuit, which is a series of 5 dances. It's swing, rumba, cha-cha, bolero, and mambo. And so I was competing, and I was teaching, and I was training. And then after about 2 years, I left and went to a different studio, Paul Pellicoro's Danceport, where I was for 10 or 12 years. And while I was at Danceport, I got introduced to the social dances like authentic style salsa and hustle and Lindy hop and Argentine tango and all these other dances. And so I was continuing to train in all the other dances, but I left the American Rhythm Circuit and started competing and performing in the salsa hustle circuit. So with that, I performed at the Detroit Salsa Congress 1 year and competed in the International Hustle Salsa competition several years in Miami and various places in Florida, and placed in those competitions and performed in their shows, and including once 6 months pregnant. Wow. And then, so what happened was I really fell in love with salsa. Mambo and salsa, the authentic style, really connected with my spirit and the way my body moved, and so that became one of my specialties.
Okay. Well, I was going to just say, I think we've all seen your beautiful family walking around town because you live right around the corner. Do your boys and does your husband, do they have the same interest and abilities in dance as you do?
My husband, Andrew, is not a dancer at all, but he will dance with me. So for our wedding, I brought in another instructor to ensure that we would still continue with the marriage. I had another instructor come in and teach us a tango to a Tom Petty song. So he taught our choreography, and Andrew got out there and he did it, and he said, you know, he was almost more scared about the dance than anything else, but so he will dance with me, and he's got a few moves. So when we go to a wedding, he can tear it up on the dance floor. You know, does a little salsa, does a little hustle, a little foxtrot. Yeah, so he'll dance with me. And my boys, my older one thinks that he will be a good football player because he can dance salsa like Victor Cruz.
And how old is he?
He is 7. That's awesome. And the younger one is 5, and they dance a little bit with me.
So if he learned how to dance, a lot of us out there have 2 left feet. I'm not a dancer. Could you teach somebody like me how to dance?
I could definitely teach you how to dance.
Do you want to do a little?
Yes, let's do it. We'll do it right now. So the first step is going forward with our left, and we go forward, back, together. Let's try that again, okay? Forward, back, together. All right. Okay? Forward, back, together. Last one. Forward, back, together. Good. Now we're going to go back on the right. Just watch you don't hit the couch. Okay? So we're going to go back on the right. We go back and together. Again. Back and together. Once more. Back and together. And back and together.
I got it on the last time.
All right. Good, good. See, you're getting it. And then now let's put it together. So it's a forward and backward all together. Okay. Starting with the left foot, we go forward and together. Back and together again, forward and together, back and together, forward and together, back and together. It's getting there, good. You bend your arms at the elbows and they hang out right here.
I'm the worst.
So let's try it with music.
All right. Can I just watch you two do it?
Try it.
All right.
Okay?
All right. Okay.
5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, back, 2, 3. Good. 1, 2, 3, back, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, back, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Take a side break. Here we go.
Doing the fancy footwork too.
Side and together. Side and together. Side and together.
I have to stop.
Come on, get some of that Albanian rhythm.
I don't have any Albanian rhythm.
Basic, forward and back, and a forward, and a back. Forward,
It's
back,
confusing me because, yeah, right?
and together, back, and together. Maybe we'll do private lessons
Yes,
with you.
all right, good idea.
Good, big finish.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Everybody can learn. They just have to, you walk, so you should be able to dance. Yes.
So you've started a business and it's called Contento Dance, and you have weekly ballroom lessons in Hamilton Stage down on Hamilton Street.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about what you offer. Obviously, you offer beginner lessons through.
Yes. So I
advanced.
teach. I offer group classes and private lessons. I have weekly group classes, like you said, at the Hamilton Stage. I have at 6:30. I have a wedding preparation / ballroom and Latin basics. So each week I teach one Latin dance and one ballroom dance, and we continue doing those dances for about 6 to 8 weeks. And you can come. That class is mostly couples, but you can come as a single as well. And then I also offer a beginner salsa or an all-level salsa, so you can be brand new, never danced. You can be a Nikki, or you can be a Rachel who's maybe taken a lesson or two.
I have a confession to make. My husband and I took dance lessons with Amy last year.
Oh, okay, that makes me feel So I'm also a business owner here in Rahway. So my question to you would be, what made you decide to open up a business here in Rahway? I know you live here as well.
Yeah, well, Andrew and I decided, we chose Rahway. We were living in another town, and we decided to move, and we liked Rahway because, one, it's closer to New York City than where we were living. But also, it was an up-and-coming town, and we knew that the arts were, it was a burgeoning arts district, but we didn't realize at the time how important that would be to us now. So we liked that there was a theater downtown that we could go to things. And as I started getting more involved in the community, instead of giving all my effort and all my talent into New York City, I wanted to do it here in Rahway. People were interested in it, and I love Rahway. It's a great town that is very collaborative. A lot of times in certain industries, especially the dance industry, sometimes you get very competitive instructors. Especially if you're independent, you're fighting for your students, And in Rahway, it's a different feel. The businesses are very collaborative. What can I do to help you? How can we work together to promote both of us, or promote the town? And the schools have a commitment to the arts, and that was very important to me here. So I remember when they were first building the art center for the high school, and my husband Andrew and I were like, this is great, this is where we want to send our kids, this is the town we want to be in. And I love the downtown. The downtown is very walkable, and it has restaurants and things to do downtown, and theater and shows. And as a parent of young children, the rec center offers tons of things for the kids, whether it's arts and crafts classes or toddler time or whatever. So you get out and you get to meet people, and the library here is great. There's just so many elements to Rahway that make it so unique and
the
such a
train.
great place to live. And the train.
The direct train for me.
When
I heard that, I was like, Direct train in New York? Okay.
Yeah, and you can live downtown or you can live farther out, so you have like the suburb feel or you can have the urban feel. And Andrew also runs the Boy Scout troop here at the YMCA in town, and he was doing that before we even moved to Rahway, so that was another thing that drew us here too. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Is there anything else you want to tell us about? Or
I do want to say that as I've started my business, everyone at the Hamilton stage has been, and Union County Performing Arts Center has been excellent to me. They've been willing to help me out, willing to help me get started, willing to promote, and that's been really excellent, as well as everybody else. But I've had a really great experience with everyone here. And if you're going to start, especially an arts-based business, this is the place.
yeah, another example of the collaborative community kind of partnerships around town.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
for coming
My
in to talk with
pleasure.
us.